kanang kuan kay trending kay karon mga friends ang katong statement ni Kemarot nga trans woman is a woman. So, um, mag-comment sad ko about anang trans woman is a woman being the side of a trans woman who is a a teacher, no? That's why importante sa kaya na siya nga topic, most especially sa akong mga estudyante nga kanang dili sila kaayo, dili kay sila aware. For example, they are not knowledgeable about too much about gender, gender issues. That is why every time ako dyan at silang kuan kanang most especially sa mga newcomers nga kanang every start sa school year, and then they are not so aware about the gender. That's why it's very important nga as a teacher ako din silang i-educate about the different types of gender nowadays. Now we all know nga diverse na takaroon, and every now and then na additional genders nga ma-identify because mag-develop man pud ang identity sa usa ka person depende kung unsa siya mo identify sa iyang self. So that's why ang topic about transgender is a woman is not, it's siya ka ng very, it is a topic that remains debatable. So kung debatable siya, that means to say wala jud na siya right, wala po siya wrong. And then ang importante is we just have to respect each other's opinion, but as a points of view, being as a teacher, diri importante ang mo, diri importante nga mo sit in ang mga teachers nga on how they are going to educate sa mga ilang mga estudyante, mga estudyante dili sila ing anak kamabaw og mga perceptions, most especially sa mga LGBTQI members. Okay, so I hope nga kanang statement nga trans woman is a woman, magdepende dyan na siya kung asa ka maghisgot sa usa ka points of view. So kung mana kag trans woman is a woman, siguro dito na siya naka-base on how a person identify herself base sa iyang feelings. Because kung maana mo kag kanang gender, it's not about what is that thing in between ayaw ba, what is that thing in between her legs. When we talk about gender, it's about the feeling, it's about how the individual identify herself or himself. So that is why, so if you say trans woman as a woman in gender identity issues, mana ko nga tinuod dyan na siya. Wala dyan question niya nga trans woman is a woman because that is based on how you're going to identify yourself. So dili na siya na to ipareha pagsabot sa sexuality of a person, kaysa sex man god, it's only sa sexuality, it's only a man and a woman. Kay ang man na siya penis, ang woman na siya vagina. Pero kung when we talk about gender, it's how you're going to identify yourself regardless of what you have in between. So that's why as a teacher you need to educate about your students that this is not no longer the same as identifying yourself only between your sexes, but it's now more on how a person is going to identify her or his feelings. So lahi jud taog ng opinion, lahi po how we express ourselves. So ang bottom line lang magud ani is dili na magud unta dapat imong issue, No, we just have to respect how the individual perceived and how the individual behaves for herself or himself para dili na siya madako nga issue. Anyway, as a teacher and a transwoman teacher, nakan siya mga estudyante, maglibog sila kung how they're going to address me. So I'm so thankful about also my students because ang uban or most of them they call me ma'am or teacher. So napo iban nga sensitive sila, sab sila din ko ako sila pugson nga ila kong i-address as ma'am. So I just let them know and explain to them that this is my gender, this is how I identify myself. So regardless of what I have in between my legs, so you must have to respect me as your teacher and you must have to address me properly. So para dili siya ma-gender bias ang statement, so they must have just to address me as their teacher. So they are going to call me teacher. Okay, so kung basig di sila ganahan nga tagon ko ma'am or tagon ko sir, maglibog sila basig di sila gan malain ko. So I told him you can address me as teacher. So that's it. But there are also people like for example to mga medyo nara sa mga edad-edaran na dili kay sila open about gender identity, and that is why I also respect them nga ila kung tawgon og sir, so okay wala na po siya problema sa ko. But anyway, dili po siya kakulangon nako as a person kung tawgon ko sir, kay most stand ko as to what I perceive myself and how I believe that this is my gender, that I am a trans woman. So kung tawagon ko niya sir, dili po kami mong laki ana, trans woman jud ko. Kung tawagon po kog ma'am, mas ganahan sad ko, thankful ko because they understand nga ay ang ma'am tulo na siya ka letter nga word, and then it can make me a person na akong ga-identify nga ako sa akong kaugalingon. And that is why dili po siya ikagol. Pero kung and if somebody will not going to call me ma'am, anyway lalay mapunta. So no, so bibo kayo ang social media, and then I hope teachers will continue to educate, and then teachers will keep also updated with sexual identity issues and lessons, so that as young as napasa sa elementary ang mga students, they can be already brighten their minds. They can be able to learn something about how a person can be identified, like for example in the gender identity issues. So it is a long fight for us LGBTQI community, that we fight for our identity and then for the rights. So how can we move on? How can we be able to successful with our fight against giving us the right that we need if dili pud ta makahiusa as a community of LGBTQIA. So inaana. So sad to ako, I'm a little bit sad why ingana sila marag the issue is not about the gender identity anymore, but it's all about how they are going to label themselves, kung marag feel nila kung kisay mas bright nila, kung kisang mas gwapa nila, ingana ba marag feel na ko ingana na ako nakita. I cannot say that the problem is or the issue is about the gender identity, but about na sila mga pride, most especially kay mga puro na sila mga gwapa, or lay mo paubos nila kay puro sila mga sikat. So I hope and praying makahiusa rin ang tanan, no, regardless of our gender identity, men, women, and also gender identity. It's good that we can be united as one. Akong partner kay naapos siya yung own perception about gender identity about this issue. So I think it's also timely and relevant that I'm going to ask his opinion about trans woman is a woman. Core, okay, I have to ask you something. Okay, so for a while. Okay, so the issue of trans woman is a woman is a very sana sikat kay siya karon. It's a big hit in social media. So now, I will ask you if what is also your opinion about trans woman is a woman.
Dating with a trans woman don't make you gay.
It's not about
That is
dating.
it is
It's about the
it is
issue,
it is the
gender.
it is the main question.
Hmm. So,
If you're dating a transgender, it don't make you gay. It is the feeling of the woman, man, and medical issue. It is a man, but are you born in a wrong body? Nah. If you're born in a body with a penis, maybe. But if you born and feeling already when you're born or whatever, you're struggling with it as a woman, then you are real gender, transgender. Um, you are gay, lesbian, straight, transgender. I don't care.
yeah,
It is about
but
your
but what
feelings.
I want to know is, do you agree that trans women claiming as a woman is correct or not?
It is what you want.
So trans woman for you is a woman. Do you agree with them?
I agree, of course.
Okay, so uh, how about how about marrying a woman, not a trans? Why you choose trans?
Really,
Oh, you're laughing. If trans woman is a woman, then why you don't choose a woman with a vagina?
a transgender has two things that have things on both the good things on the both worlds.
What the good things in
Both worlds.
both worlds?
Worlds.
Why?
Woman and man.
So that's why.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
so my last question: are you single?
I hope not.
That's just a question. Okay, thank you so much and enjoy your movie.